Hello, this is Lucas Palmeira from Imaginando, and I'm here to give you another tutorial on DRC. Today I'm going to show you how to make some sounds from the classic techno song Hale Bopp by Dritte Raum. So let's get right into it, and we're going to start with the bass, which will sound like this. So let's get right into it. Bring it back to the default patch. And the first thing we're going to do is drop the cutoff to 64. And then the envelope generator to amount. This is the amount of the envelope generator to that is modulating the cutoff. Then we're going to drop it to 389. Okay. Now we go to the modulation page of the cutoff and we're going to raise the keyboard to 329. This means the higher the key, the note, the higher the cutoff. 293. Sorry, 329. Okay, like this. Now, for the first envelope generator, this one modulates the amplitude, attack at 0, decay at 500, sustain at 561, release at 154, and now we go to the second envelope generator, the one that modulates the cutoff. Attack at 0, decay at 230, sustain at 400, release at 100, and we have our sound. Okay, so let's go now to this back ARP that we have to do. This has a K70 here that it isn't doing much, it's just giving a little bit of richness to the sound, so I'm going to turn it off for now. And let's go to the DRC. Bring it back to the default patch. And first thing we're going to do is change the first oscillator to a square and drop the pulse width to 293. Okay. And now cutoff to 176. Envelope generator to amount to 347. Okay, like this. Now we go to the modulation page again of the cutoff and we raise the keyboard to 329. Okay, like this. Finally, we go to the reverb and raise the amount to 387. And the decay to 849. Like this. Finally, we go to the K70, and here we can see that we have a dry wet of 300, a feedback of 311, 1/8 of sync in time, and then on the character full whoa, and we have ping pong with stereo with the 730. But it's basically it's not doing much actually. So let's go to the next sound. It will sound like this. Also with a K7D, but I'm going to turn it off now. Let's now go to the sound. Bring back the default patch. And first thing I'm going to do is bring the cutoff to 178. Okay, like this. Go to the modulation page and raise the keyboard to 365. And on the VCA, also on the keyboard, 197. This means the higher the note, the higher the amplitude of the sound. Okay, now for the first envelope generator, the one that modulates the amplitude, attack at 52. Decay at 154. sustain at 220, release at 154. Okay. Now on the second envelope generator, the one that modulates the cutoff, 040 on the attack, 230 on the decay, 220 on the sustain, and 382 on the release. Okay, finally, for some reverb, we give it 340 on the amount and 645 on the decay. Okay. Now for the K7D, we have 1/8 dotted on the time, dry wet 353. The feedback is on default, which is about 160. Character with ping pong, and stereo width at 653. And from this, we go to this. Okay, we have those nice ping pong repetitions. So let's now go to the last sound and the lead sound. As you can see, there are two equalizers here, boosting the mids and high frequencies and also cutting some of the lows. There is a little bit of filter delay that's giving a little bit more metallic character to the sound that I'll explain later. But now, let's go to the sound that sounds like this. Okay, and let's bring back the default patch. And first thing we're going to do is drop 1 octave on the first oscillator, raise 1 octave on the sub-oscillator and change it to a sine wave. Now we raise everything from master, pre-gain, oscillator 1 and sub. Okay, like this. And first thing, we drop the cutoff to 0 and raise the envelope generator to amount to 545. Like this. Now we go to the modulation page of the cutoff and we raise it to 269. And we do the same thing to the velocity, 269. Okay. Now we go to the VCA and raise the velocity to 401. Like this. Finally, we go to the first envelope generator, attack at 0, decay at 262, sustain at 160, release at 088. Envelope generator 2, attack at 0, decay at 202, sustain at 220, and release at 148. Okay. Now, the first equalizer, as you can see, cutting the lows, having a boost at around 1K, and then giving some highs, makes the sound go like this. And the second one, which is also doing kind of the same thing, boosting even more the highs, it even boosts a little bit more. Finally, we have this filter delay that it's with 3 to 32 milliseconds and minus 14 dBs, just giving it a little bit of metallic sound. Just a tiny bit. And I think we're ready to listen to the song that I've recorded. So bear with me just a little bit while I get this ready for us to listen. Okay, it's ready, so let's now listen. And this was it, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed this tutorial. Please subscribe to our channel if you're liking our content, and be sure to check us out because we're going to have loads of new contents and we have some great news coming on the next few weeks for you. So we will see you again next week. Goodbye.